So welcome to Iceland again. So we're gonna visit the wonderful Viðey Island here outside Reykjavik. And we're gonna check out the Imagine Peacetower. We're gonna check out some more artwork, talk a little bit about the history of the place, and maybe check out the coffee house, which is apparently open. You can see the Peacetower there, the white dot here in the middle of the screen, maybe. And we're heading out with the ferry. The ferry is over there. Up. I'm learning with a new gimbal and new phone. Trying to make the quality even better for you guys. Unfortunately, Facebook only supports 720p, so it's not the best image quality, but maybe I'll do this on YouTube sometime soon, when I just on YouTube, because the image quality is better over there, so you can see it crisp and clear. And yeah, the ferry is leaving in about 10 minutes, so I'm not going to stray too far from the ferry. And I know Somi from Tokyo. And John, good morning. That's the Coast Guard vessel over there. And that's our ferry. The ferry only leaves in the winter time now, at least on the weekends. Just 3 departures or something like that. So the last ferry leaves the island at about 4:30. So how is the quality of the image? Is it better? I'm always wondering if we're getting better, because I feel it's a little bit too grainy sometimes, and I'm trying to figure out how to make it as crisp as possible for you. And like I said, it's just a short ferry ride over to the island, and it's a wonderful visit. Maybe especially in the summertime. Saw that we have about 9 minutes, so I think we're okay with walking towards the lighthouse over there, and before we head back. Hi Clarice, hi Julie, hi Youssef. So that's the industrial harbor over there for import-export harbor of Reykjavik, and basically Iceland. Clarice, yes, the cafe is open, I'm told, and I'll show you the Imagine Peacetower. Hi Ruth, hi Laura. Here it's not too bad. I think it's about 3 degrees Celsius, but there's a little bit of wind. Hope you don't hear too much of it. Hi Jan. And yeah, so we're heading over there. There's a wonderful little church over there, which I'll tell you a little bit more about later on. And the building over there is is the oldest stone house in Iceland. Good to hear, Susanna, that the quality is good. Richie, there have only been about 4 or 5 snow days in Reykjavik total this winter, so maybe it's been much worse. The weather has been much worse to the north, of course, or weather, more snow. It's been a mild winter here in Reykjavik. Hi Darren. Hi Pauline. Sound a bit hazy. Okay, that's good to know. Maybe I'll move the mic a little bit closer here. As there is a little bit of wind, hopefully that is better with the sound. I decided to go all in and splurge on a new phone, which takes, well, supposedly at least, one of the best pictures and videos possible on a phone. The Samsung S21 Ultra. Trying to make, I want to be able to record in 4 and 8K, and of course for you stream preferably in 1080p, but at least excellent quality in 720. You live and you learn, Caroline. Obviously there were some technical problems for the first tour. The 4G couldn't handle it. Hi Mindy. So how was it to live on the Navy base in Keflavik? Didn't you get tired of the weather, the wind, and it's a pretty what do you say? The Reykjanes area is a little bit more windy than Reykjavik, for example. And there's actually a woman going to join us. She was waiting here. I was in such a rush when I arrived here. I have to ask her again her name, sorry. But yeah, she's going to join me to Viðey. A little bit wet, the bench now. Well, okay, I have to learn to turn this the other way. So the ferry is named Elding over here, and they do all kinds of whale watching and puffin watching and sea angling and whatnot. And here you see the ferry schedule. This is so summertime they are more regular, as you see, but in the winter it's only Saturdays and Sundays. Unfortunately, the restaurant is open also, so maybe you'll check out what they offer here on the restaurant. What's the situation of the corona? Lost focus here. Well, fortunately enough, we have been almost clear of new corona cases for the. I think it's getting closer to a week. So, of course, we have really strict border controls. So that helps. You know, we're not allowing many people coming to Iceland that have the COVID virus. So that helps. But yeah, I'm afraid it's going to be these restrictions are going to last until summer. I'm thinking maybe late maybe fall when people can travel. You know, obviously there will be some kind of allowances for people that have registered have been vaccinated and can travel, but I think it's got to be really strict until this is over. Darren asked, is this where the painting is on the walkway? I don't believe so. Painting on walkway, no, not.
You ready?
I'm ready. Is the ferry going? Okay. What was your name again? Sorry.
Priscilla.
Priscilla.
Oh.
Can I put you in? So this is Priscilla. She's gonna join me. So now all of a sudden I have 2 live tours. I did a live tour yesterday. It was excellent with a group from the Fulbright Institute that have been working here in Iceland for several months, and it was just so fun. I was a little bit rusty in the beginning, but it was excellent to do a live walking tour. So usually it's the bigger boat, but I see we have the smaller boat now, called Gestur, or the Guest. Well, then. Tack. The Coast Guard vessel there is called Ægir, like the Norse, or Norse, no, not the Norse. Ægir is like the Lord of the Seas. Oh. I'm so relaxed that I forgot to put on my mask. I'm gonna sit down here, try to do it with one hand.
I hold it for you.
Yes, thank you. Like this. And turn it like. Now they're watching you. Wait. Don't push it. Don't push it. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
I don't know how to hold it.
Sorry. Hi Selena, welcome aboard. Viðey. We have a strange letter called Viðey. That's like D with a strike through it, and it now you're virtually traveling. Okay. The wind is too strong. This is probably the first virtual ferry that most of you have taken. We are going to the Viðey Island. Nice little skid there. Tack, tack. So welcome to Viðey, guys. Bæjarvör. This is the port of Bæjarvör. So first time for many of you to Viðey. Priscilla, is it your first time here? Is it your first time here?
No, I'm always here.
Okay.
In the summertime, almost 3 times in a week.
Yeah, it's lovely.
I like it here.
Yeah, we go picnicking here at least a couple of times each summer.
I always bring my friends and they visit Reykjavik.
Yeah. Kathleen, do you want to go for a swim? You can believe me, the sea is pretty cold here. How many years have you been here, Priscilla?
Huh.
How many years have you been here?
14 years.
14, okay, excellent. So let's take a look at that. So welcome to the Viðey Island. So As you see here, Viðey was inhabited soon after the settlement of Iceland. But in 1225 there was a monastery founded here on the island. And assisted by Snorri Sturluson, the writer of the Poetic Edda and the Prose Edda. So it was quite a wealthy monastery. It soon became really wealthy. It soon became the second richest monastery in Iceland. But after the Danish king was fed up with the influence and power of the Catholic Church, he basically said, no, we're going to switch to Lutheran, and killed the last Catholic bishop and his 2 sons, and that was the final touches of Catholicism in Iceland. And and he took, of course, all the land, all the property that the church had amassed. The church had amassed about 25%, 1/4 of the total land and property in Iceland. And then, as you'll see a little bit later, they built a house here, the first stone house, Viðey House, built and finished 1755. So this is the first stone house built in Iceland, totally. And then there was like a fishery called the Million Corporation. They had a couple of houses here for like fish factories in the beginning of the 20th century. So really strange to situate it here. You always had to, of course, cross the ferry across the channel to go to Reykjavik, and there was even a huge milk dairy farm here for quite some time. Puffins. There are some puffins in the summertime. So Viðey Island always open from in the summertime, but in the winter just on the weekends. Guna is asking, how did they bring all the stone for the buildings? Yes, by boat. This was like a chieftain's island for a long period of time. The founder of Reykjavik, Skúli Magnússon, you can see here, Skúli Magnússon. He was the start of Reykjavik started to be an urbanization of Reykjavik. They started to build a couple of factories and stuff like that by the main street of Reykjavik, and this was his. This is where he resided. So he had an official residence. He was like the constable of the king. So this was like the power island of Iceland. So did I miss anything here? No, it was this is an active volcano once, but 10,000 years ago, roughly, this was basically undersea. 1.6 square kilometers in active size. It's about 3 kilometers, 2 miles, the total length of the island. And a lot of birds, the nest here. Stephen asked, is this where the first settlers landed before Reykjavik? No. They came here by land. They ended up in the east, but finally ended here when they found their high seat pillars. But that's another story. Common birds that nest here: the fulmar, grey-lag goose, purple sandpiper, snipe, oyster catcher, and grey geese. About 30 different species that nest here. Let's check it out. So that's the oldest stone house in Iceland, 1754. And I think the church is number 3, the third oldest church. Góðan dag, Scott. Mackenzie, show where I am with a map. I think there's a map inside, I'm not sure. Let's see it, but you can see Reykjavik over there. You can see Hallgrímskirkja church there in the dead center. So this is an island just off the outside Reykjavik. So what shall we check out first? We check out the Imagine Peacetower. Yes, we're talking about the Okay, see, the church was built here 1774, and they say here it's second oldest church, but I think it's the third actually. Hóladómkirkja is the oldest one, but there's a third one. I think it's called Garðakirkja, or if I remember it correctly. But it's got the oldest. It's got the oldest indoor area, so to speak. So Skúli died here and buried here. And there's a chalice here that's really old, from the 16th century, I believe. But yeah, let's go to the Imagine Peacetower. Thank you, Mark. It's good to hear that you enjoy the virtual tours. It's also good for me to keep myself occupied and in practice before travelers start to join Iceland again. So good to get this oxygen here. Hi George, how many people live on the Viðey Island now? Nobody permanently. But in the summertime there is a person that take care of the island. And like I said earlier, this was a huge dairy farm, like one of the biggest and most beautiful dairy farm for centuries, or for decades. And they basically provided Reykjavik with all the milk for Reykjavik. So Priscilla left me, went over there. She has been here for 14 years, so she's been to Viðey Island several times, so she knows where she's going. Hi Magnus. Oh, I forgot to. It's in the event. If you check out the event, I'm sorry. I forgot to. When I uploaded the new phone. I forgot to put in the info for all the, like the PayPal and buy me a coffee, stuff like that. If people are interested in supporting Your Friend in Reykjavik. Yes, of course you can Google Map the location of the island, but it's just outside Reykjavik, in the bay, just outside Reykjavik. This is the residency of the caretaker of the island in the summertime. It's been raining a lot today. Well, showers. Hopefully we will be free of that. Not sure how good the gimbal is with rain. I know the phone is supposed to withstand anything. Where am I going? I don't have a clue. No, I'm just walking here on top and looking over the Imagine Peacetower. It's over there. Nice bench here overlooking Reykjavik, right? Where Priscilla is standing. Yeah, there's a little bit of a pathway over there. If I slide, then you know I'm just sliding down the hill here. Perfectly okay. Done that a couple of times. I'm a pro. Don't do this at home. Hi, Priscilla. What? Yes, I fell. Of course, very slippery. The white circle is the Peacetower, yes. I need to check out the gimbal. It's a little bit... It should be stronger than this. It shouldn't fall with me. Of course, I had to fall once live, right? I couldn't walk this majestically like the plan was. Like I said, it's been raining all day, so the grass and it's very slippery. Perfectly okay. It's not my first rodeo. So this is like 4 square meters, 2 meter high. And the Imagine Peacetower is okay. No sound. Sound now. Hi, Peggy. So do you hear me okay? Okay, go okay. Excellent. So on the outside of the Imagine Peacetower, as you see, it's written Imagine Peace in 24 languages. Imagina la paz, imagina la pace, paritsi dusle. Not gonna try that one. Hugsa sér frið in Icelandic. Hugsa sér frið. Hugsa sér frið. Hugsa sér frið. Imagine peace. The ground here is made out of 3 Icelandic stones, like collar and basalt, hyalite and doylite. And they decided on this on the opening ceremony was on the 9th of October 2007. I'm not sure why, I'm not sure if the Imagine Peacetower would have been accepted if it would have been 2008. 9th of October in 2008, shortly after the economic crash. So this is a child of its time, you know. We wouldn't, I'm not sure if maybe we would have gone for it now, but not in 2008 at least. And I'm not sure why it's just these 24 languages. This is of course an idea from Yoko Ono, the wife of John Lennon, and they lit it up every year on the 9th of October. On his birthday, and they turn it off on the 8th of December on his dying date. And then they occasionally turn it off, on also outside of that, like from the winter solstice until New Year's, and in March, I believe, a week there, and so it's occasionally like one day on the birthday of Yoko Ono. Monique asked, didn't Yoko Ono pay for it? She paid for, I think, most of it, but Reykjavik also, city, and also Reykjavik Energy, the company that supplies it with the energy to light it up every year. But I think Yoko Ono, yeah, I think she, but just the idea. If you imagine there, if she would have come with this idea in 2008, I think, maybe it wouldn't be constructed. And I've seen some beautiful Northern Lights photos of this beam coming up from the sky, and when the light pollution from Reykjavik is not too strong to overcome the Northern Lights. Nice, Lisa. Yeah, what's the birthday of Yoko Ono? Somebody has Google? This is also very popular to visit to pick up some caraway seeds, because there was a caraway, they were growing caraway here in the 20th century, and it spread wild, so the people have been picking up caraway seeds for you know, for food and also for alcohol. Of course, brennivín is spiced up with caraway seeds. February 18th. Tori asked why would Yoko Ono have it built on Viðey Island? I think it was because Iceland is the most peaceful country in the world, and has been for centuries, or centuries, at least decades. You know, not the most aggressive country, and so I think it was just based on that why Viðey? Maybe just because it's outside Reykjavik, like a peace tower. She wanted it to be secluded, a little bit outside of the city. So perfect, do it on the island. So out of the well emerges a strong, tall tower of light that is composed of a number of individual lights that join together to form a single beam. 6 of the lights travel through corridors across a platform that surrounds the well and are reflected upwards to the sky with mirrors. The platform is faced with 3 types of native Icelandic stone in reddish ochre, light grey and bluish grey. The idea for the Imagine Peacetower comes from a conceptual artwork by Yoko Ono entitled Lighthouse. So this work was dedicated in 2007, like I told you earlier, October 9th, on his 67th birthday of John Lennon. And during the first week of spring, okay, the electricity comes from Reykjavik Energy and generated by geothermal energy, of course, like all houses in Iceland, or 99%. Imagine all the people living, laugh in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer. But there's another art that is here on the island that I'll maybe walk towards. I'm gonna try to zoom here. Do you see the pillars here in the middle? This is called Milestones by artist Richard Serra, his biggest work to date, I think. And yeah, let's check it out. Priscilla is having a picnic, very common here. Hi. Hi, Priscilla. Marla was asking if there no snow, and I've seen a couple of people. So there are sometimes birthdays held here and weddings and stuff like that. So maybe an idea for some of you to have a party here when COVID is over on Viðey Island. You know, people can't get off the island, they have to stay at your party, so they have to drink. Da-di-da-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum. How is the time? 10 minutes. Yeah, we have plenty of time. Unless the gimbal or the phone dies. We'll see how long they will survive. Nice view of Reykjavik, right? See Hallgrímskirkja church in the center. So this anchor is from a shipwreck that was here in 1906. And 20 people lost their lives here on the island, or in a bad weather here on the skerry here outside. Frida, yes, I have a charger, but unfortunately, you know, I can't do a stream and charge. It's a difficult one on the move. Little bit difficult one, but I'm thinking about ways of being able to, because I want to be able to do maybe like a golden circle with you, a live drive golden circle. How does that sound? Just live streaming golden circle. It will take a time. It will take a couple of hours, but it's going to be interesting. Yes, it's a bit windy here. Tell her. But I think you will have to bring your popcorn and snacks for the golden circle. That's gonna, whoa, slippery, slippery, slippery. We are going over a very slippery slope here. I'm wondering maybe, okay, mossy, wetty wood, very good. Yeah, this pathway is not in the best. Yeah, do you think you would do a golden circle with me for several hours? Do you think you would have the patience of sitting in front of a TV screen or computer screen and live drive the golden circle? I'm looking into it. I'm thinking about how to survive both the gimbal, you know, maybe I would need to take it in 2 parts with a break for recharge, but I think we'll figure something out. Yeah, I would need to have a car charger. I need some kind of a gimbal for my phone. I'm in the middle of a moss here. Usually birds are nesting here in the summertime where I'm located. So it's a band to walk this way in the summertime because you don't want to disturb them nesting here, the birds. Yeah, I have several ideas coming up. That's one thing that my mother fortunately left me with, is that to have plenty of ideas for things to do. I think we have a... Do you see the seal? Yep, just relaxing there on the rock. Well, a couple of them actually. There are 3. Yep. Three harbor seals or gray seals. Don't have the best vision. Yeah, he's looking at me over there. He's curious. Do you see the head popping up there in the middle? Just checking us out. Is there a wonder why people thought that seals were humans in like spellbound form, that they are looking longingly towards land, thinking about how can we get back to be humans? Well, there are 5 seals right now. Hi Kate, the Westman Islands. I actually did a live drive on the Westman Islands. Check it out on my videos. So if you want to see info and stuff about the Westman Islands, I suggest check out the YouTube channel, or if I would be with a little bit better shoes, I would go a little bit closer, but I'm not going to disturb them any more than this. Well, there are 7 now, you see? And they are curious about me. Yes, Joan, of course. These curious creatures peeking up from the sea and seemingly trying to talk with us. Bye, seals. Say goodbye. It's 4 o'clock. The ferry leaves at 4:30, and we have all left to check out hopefully the church. Hopefully it's open, but at least the cafeteria. And then we're also gonna check out the first pillars of of the work by Serra. Good to hear, Pat. It's a beautiful island. My hometown, of course. So do you see the pillars over there? It's a little bit of a walk. That's Mount Esja, our guardian mountain over there. So many songs and poems have been written about this lovely mountain over there. And shall we walk all the way? I'm thinking. Yeah, I think we'll be able to do it. So what is over here? The West Island is over there, and you see there's a little bit of stretch that goes from the, yeah, here we have it, info about it. Áfangar, or the milestones. They call it stages here. Well, okay. It's so Richard Serra commissioned this in 1990. Was commissioned to do this, sorry, and so these are like two columnar basalt, as you see, and they are always at the level of 13 meters above sea level, and there are always two pillars. One is 4 meters high and one is 3 meters high. So the 4 meters high needs to be in 9 meters like height, and the other one in 10 meters. And this piece is supposed to enjoy. You should look through the pillars and see the basically the environment, the distance, the view. Beautiful, Donna. Double rainbow on the Westman Islands. That's I was there last weekend on the Westman Islands. I decided to travel on a Thursday because there was such a bad weather forecast. And you know, it was 25 meters per second both Friday and Sunday, and no ferries going. And so no travel, and I was there to bury my mom. And when we were standing in the graveyard, we could barely stand because the average wind speed was 25 meters. And then some were harder than that. So it was a different experience. So what are you, I'm a little bit worried about the time, actually. So I'm just going to point out these pillars over here, because we need to go to the coffee house also. So these two pillars, they are always standing, like I told you. One is always in 9 meters height from sea level, like, and one is always standing at 10 meters, so 3 and 4, and so for some reason he decided to have like a 13 would be like a good center point. Yeah, thank you guys. It is what it is. Of course, it's a huge loss, but it's also it comes also with gladness, because my mom had been stuck in her own body, or a prisoner of her own body for a long period. She had MND's disease, so she was basically paralyzed slowly. But it will take time to accept this. A little bit about birds in Iceland, in the Viðey. So, the fulmar, the eider, duck, the sterna, the purple sandpiper, Arctic tern, and redshank it's called. Yeah, I want to check out the cafeteria. That's why I'm rushing a little bit before we finish this and go over to the ferry with the ferry. It leaves at 4:30. So now it's about 7 minutes over 4. So I wanted a little bit of time to check out what they offer us at the cafeteria. It's lovely to look at Reykjavik from this angle. And as I said earlier, if there's no pressure at all, but if you would like to tip, then there are some links on the description of the stream. But like I said, no pressure. Hi Linda, was my mom at the 1973 eruption? No, she didn't move to the Western Islands until 1976. She was born and raised to the north. George, you have my blessing. I count this, at least for me, so you have my blessing to count this walk as a part of your weekly quota. Thank you, Paul. Yeah, the sky is stunning. We're pretty fortunate that, like I said, it's been raining all day, like showers And now it's not been raining. So lucky, lucky, lucky. So I'm testing out a couple of things. So now I'm streaming on Periscope, which is owned by Twitter, also just for fun. And then I'm also, I see there's one person looking from Twitch. The temperature is just around 3 Celsius, so 38 Fahrenheit. Just checking here. Hi there, guys. Yeah, like I told you earlier, I'm trying out a new phone. Still getting used to some of the features of the gimbal and the new phone. But hopefully the quality is a little bit better. I know it's going to be better for the photos I take. I know that's for sure. I tested that out last night and it looks good. But let's check out the cafeteria before we head up back to Reykjavik. Thank you, Robin. I think it's a good idea to book it for 2022. I think it's more likely to happen. Without any trouble. So here we have the church. I'm not sure if it's open, but let's check it out. Well, seems to be some kind of a lock here. But it looks like it's okay. So let's check out the cafeteria. Hopefully they're not closed. I'm gonna try to set my mask on with one hand. Please order at the bar. Still some Christmas ornaments over here. bar. Where was the... Góðan daginn. Hefði ég ætlaði að forvitnast hvað í boði hjá okkur?
Ég ekki að vinna hérna.
Nei, ok, fyrir ekki. Hvað er?
Seinast lóðurinn fer sko hálf, þannig að það eiginlega bara að bóka.
Já, ég veit. Ég ætlaði bara að grípa kaffi til góð. I asked a completely innocent girl, so that's how. Okay, what do we have here? Coffee, 500, beer, 1200, wine, 1500. That's roughly coffee for $3, beer for $8, and $10, $12 for wine. And then we have pastry pie and soup of the day. Góðan daginn. Yeah, chocolate muffin also. Nei. Get ég fengið kaffi to go?
Unfortunately not. I have put everything away
Okay.
because I need to go as well.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, with the last. Okay, of course.
Yeah,
No
sorry
problem.
about that.
No problem. I will just be coffee. Coffee needed.
Yeah.
Thank you. No problem. No.
See.
So she's leaving with the ferry also. So, yeah. So then you know that half an hour before the ferry leaves, it's not very wise to try to grab a coffee then. I should have done it maybe a little bit earlier. The prices are in Icelandic. Well, in Icelandic kronas. So you see, there was quite an export harbor or fishing harbor here for a time, for a spell. No coffee for poor Valur. So how much time do we have? We have about 10 minutes roughly.
Your shoelaces inside.
Sorry?
Your shoelaces inside.
Yeah, I know.
Potentially dangerous.
It's very hard to tie your shoelaces with a gimbal. Thank you, Sharon. Just the way I like it, strong and good. I'm gonna put my gimbal down here while I tie my shoelaces. Wait. Sorry about that. So guys, should I cut you off right now, or do you want to go with me across the ferry also? It's not a bad shot. As I said, there's a reason why I put a visit to Viðey Island in the winter time, because I want to come here with you guys in the summertime and show you the church and maybe have a picnic with some Icelandic delicacies and enjoy this island with you when it's a little bit warmer. Like 15 degrees Celsius is like the warmest it gets here, or 20 degrees very seldomly. 20 degrees, that's 72 Fahrenheit. I can relax over here. That's a waiting area. Yeah, I was thinking about doing this with you when it's a little bit warmer, but still we were really lucky with the weather. Sun shining, no rain, unbelievable compared to that. Like I said, it's been dark and rainy all day long. I think Thor shines upon us right now. There's also, of course, the eastern part, which we haven't basically checked out. There are some leftovers of the small town that was here when they had the all the fisheries here and the dairy farms and stuff like that. There was a small farm or town or village. And then so maybe we'll check that out in the summertime. Need me singing again? You have to pay extra for that. Hi.
Hi.
How you doing?
Välkommen.
I'm still live.
Ja.
Ég gleymi alltaf að tala, stundum tala maður íslensku, stundum tala maður ensku, maður fyrirgeður, það er ruglast. It's sometimes a little bit strange for me to switch from Icelandic and English. People have been here for years and know Icelandic. I still like, yeah. Oh, my shoelace is done again. Okay. I'm just thinking if I have some kind of no, I don't have any data, of course, here now. I'm gonna try again to tie my shoelace. Quite a beautiful area to take a look at while I tie my shoelace. I have to try to test it out because with the mic so close to my face, I'm sometimes worried that I've heard that I'm sometimes too loud for you, or too loud for the broadcast. So if I sing and open up the vocals, then maybe it won't sound good because it's too loud. Sorry, I had to do one sniffle. I wish sometimes that I had a better memory, even though I'm a pretty, I have a pretty good memory for history and stuff like that, nerdy stuff. I am not very good with lyrics. So that's pretty unfortunate for me as a singer, you can imagine. I'm just curious, maybe Priscilla can... Priscilla? She's lost in space. Priscilla, is it possible that you could look up the lyrics for Imagine for me?
Huh?
Could you look up the lyrics for Imagine, John Lennon song for me?
No.
No, on the phone? Like just Google.
Oh, Google?
Yeah, Google Imagine.
Yeah, and?
Yeah, just so I can look at the lyrics.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry, I don't have an extra phone that's working. I would, but that's maybe an idea for the future. The ferry is arriving in about 5 minutes. It's such a short. It takes such a short time to go over here. So they're probably heading out soon. Maybe in 2 minutes, 1 minute. It takes just a. Some birds over there. I'm playing a little bit here with a scale. You have it? Okay guys, here goes nothing. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Woo-hoo-hoo. Not my key, but I just want to give you an incline. I'm crazy like that. Yeah. Oh, I was, yeah. Not my best, sorry guys, but for an impromptu song that I've I think, well, maybe sung sometime in the past, but it's been some decades. So guys, my next live stream is probably going to be the chat with Alda Sigmundsdóttir, the writer of the Little Books of Iceland. Little Book of Iceland in the old days and Little Book of Icelandic, if I remember. Little Book of Icelandic folklore and yeah, it's going to be a fun chat about why Iceland are so crazy about books and probably about the book Christmas, the Christmas book craziness, and then on Saturday, oh, my mind is so jumbled up. Here you can see the columnar. There's a little bit of a stretch of columnar basalt over there. Oh, this gimbal is way too responsive. I have to check it out. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't remember what's the Saturday. What's next Saturday? Yeah, that's of course it's a beer tour. Yeah, you're gonna join me with some beers, and we're gonna have a, you know, in favor of the 1st of March every year is like beer day in Iceland. That's when beer was finally allowed again. 1st of March 1989. And yeah, we're gonna have a get together at 9 p.m. GMT and drink some beers and talk about the fun beer history of Iceland. So that's next Saturday at 9 p.m. We're gonna come live from Reykjavik Brewing, and I told you about some selection of beers that I would recommend for you to have with you when we have the beer tour. And so yeah, please join me for that one. It's gonna be a fun one. I was gonna promote like the hell out of it, but of course the, you know, funeral of my mother and stuff that slowed things down for me a bit, obviously. So nice doggy with him. Yeah, so I would love, please tell your friends about the beer tour next Saturday. It's going to be a fun thing. So it's going to be like 4 p.m. Eastern. And some of you can start to drink at noon. You know, once in a while when you travel to Iceland, why couldn't you? If you would be traveling in Iceland, you would be drinking at noon sometimes. Hi Marla, yes, you have to pay. You have to pay, I think it's, what was it, 1,500 Icelandic kroner or something like that. It's a very low ferry ride. And I recommend to grab a city card. So then you have access to all the museums and exactly, Darren. It's always 5 o'clock somewhere. So are you going to join me for the beer? Yes, George. It's true that while beer was banned, people were mixing vodka with beer, non-alcoholic beer too. And I'll tell you more about that next Saturday. I'll tell you more about that, Amy, on Saturday. Why they banned beer and how. Thank you, Virginia. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Patrick. Bye. Thank you, Robin and Kay and Karen and Kim and Alex, Myrna and Peggy and Jan, Christine, Tina. Hopefully I'll see you, all of you, on Saturday. Tack, tack, tack för det. So that was a different tour, right? Took you for the first virtual ferry ride that I've ever taken. Always learning something new. And like I told you earlier, on Wednesday we're gonna have that chat with writer Alda about the book Craziness of Icelanders. And on Wednesday, yeah, and then on Saturday we're gonna have some beers together, and then I'm planning a Golden Circle live drive sometime in March or February, beginning of February maybe. We'll check it out. And like I said, if you enjoy the tour, please check out our PayPal or buy me a coffee, or maybe join the Patreon club. I'm doing exclusive things for them, trying to do some like reading folklore now. I just did that last 2 days. Thank you, Priscilla. Bye. So guys, takk fyrir mig. Sjáumst á miðvikudaginn. See you on Wednesday.